Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're working on a loom and I have been working so hard this past week on Christmas gifts and presents for Christmas. I guess it's the same thing, but look how many hats I have done. Pull my camera up a little. So I have 11 hats done in a week on a loom, and I think I did pretty well. So I'm going to teach you how to make this knitted beautiful ribbed hat. The tag is optional and the fur ball is also optional. So to get started, you're going to get your pegged loom, the size you need for a hat. If you're doing a child, you'll want to get the right size hat for that. But I have noticed for children 5 and up, you want this size loom. I don't know how many pegs are here. I think it's like 64. And if you're doing an infant hat, you want the one below that. And then there's this size that you do like socks and headbands and stuff on. So I'm just going to show you how to make this ribbed hat here. And to get started, I've already done the first cast on here. But to cast on, you're going to make a slip knot and tie it to your anchor point. And then once you've done that, you're going to come right up to from that anchor point, right straight to this first peg. And you're going to E-wrap. So an E-wrap is like so. You just wrap it around like that. That's an E-wrap. So again, you're just going to E-wrap. And again, E-wrap. And you just do that all the way around. And then once you get back to this peg here, I'll show you what to do. Once you've done that first row of all these pegs with 2 loops, you're just going to come back around. Start from this first loop, which you know is your first loop because of this peg here. Or you can take nail polish or a stitch marker and mark your spot. You're just going to grab this bottom loop and pull over. And it's simple like that. That's a knit stitch. And you're just going to pull over, knit stitch. Pull over, knit stitch. So that's your knit stitch. And you're going to do that all the way around. And that's how you cast on your first row. And that's just to secure your yarn. And once you've completed all of that going all the way around, you should end here. And then we're just going to go around and you're going to push all those down. So you want these loops to be on the bottom that you just added. And then to get started, you're going to E-wrap the first 3 pegs. This is the pattern now. It's going to be knit 3, purl 2, knit 3, purl 2, knit 3, purl 2. And you're just going to repeat that pattern. So you already know how to do the knit stitch. You just E-wrap 3 times. I'll show you again. So an E-wrap is just like so. E-wrap. So you're just going to E-wrap the first 3. And I've already knit stitched my first 3. You can do that, or you can wait until all of the knits are on there, which is what I like to do. So once you got your first knit 3, you're going to put your yarn, sorry, my yarn's coming from the other direction. You're going to lay your yarn down right here. I'm sorry, right where my camera is where my phone's being held, so I'm having a hard time seeing if it's being on the camera. But you're just going to bring your yarn in front and hold it down with your thumb. And you're going to come above the loop like so. And you're going to scoop up that yarn, creating a loop. Once you have your loop like so, you're going to pull the loop in the yarn, pull up, and put that loop that you just made onto the peg. So you're replacing the loop. And that's a purl stitch. Again, lay your yarn down, scoop up your loop on your peg, scoop through, making a loop, pull this bottom loop up, and replacing the loop you just made. And pull tight. And that's what it should look like. So that's 2 purls. Now we're going to knit 3. So E-wrap the next 3. And pull our yarn down. And purl 2. Create a loop. Pull up. Put your loop back down. And that's a purl stitch. I'm sorry if that was off camera. I'll do it again. So you put your working yarn down in front, pull up your loop on your peg, scoop up that working yarn, pull that loop off, and put your new loop on and pull tight. And that's the pattern of the hat. It's as simple as that, everybody. So, E-wrap 3. And purl 2. One. 2. E-wrap 3. Purl 2. And you're just going to repeat this pattern all the way around and all the way to the length you want your hat. For my hats, I do 8.5, 9 inches before I bind off or cast off. If you want to make a hat that folds, you want to do like 9.5 to 10 inch length. And to cast off to where you can just drawstring pull the top of your hat closed, I'll show you how to do that. So you're going to take, once you get to the length of the hat that you want, say this is on here like so, and this is the length you want, okay, you're going to take your yarn, wrap it around all the pegs like so, like that, for a measurement, and you're going to cut a tail like so. Once you cut that tail, you unwrap from where it was wrapped around your pegs, and then you're just gonna, like you're purling a stitch, you're just gonna pull that working yarn, pull up, and pull all the way through until the end comes through. And you're just gonna do that on all of them and pull your, once the working yarn's all the way through, you would do this again like you're purling, pull the yarn through, pull the tail all the way through, and do that on all pegs. And then you just come back and lift all your pegs off and tighten, which I'll have a video on that once my hat is further along. I will show you again how to cast off. But I don't have a hat that's done to that level right now to show you. And I don't know how to edit my videos yet to fast forward and show you when I'm all done. So you will just have to be patient and just work on your hat with what you have. And once I get to the end, which takes me about a day and a half for one hat, I'll show you how to cast off and do the top of the hat. So please be patient. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. If you like videos like knitting and crocheting and art, I do all of those. And I try to keep you entertained. So thank you for supporting me and liking my channel. And back to this. I didn't explain the last level of this. Once you get all this, you're just going to come back and knit these off and pull this up like so, all the way around your ring, and pull them down like so, so you can work the next level. And you do that all the way around once it's completed. So let's just chat for a minute. Is everyone excited for Christmas? I know I am. I love Christmas time. I love the snow. I'm starting to like the cold a little bit. And this year I want to get out when the snow comes. Believe it or not, we live in Michigan, and northern Michigan, and we do not have snow right now, and it's 5 days before Christmas. So I'm kind of panicking because I need to have snow on Christmas, or it doesn't feel like Christmas to me. Does anyone else feel that way about Christmas and snow? But yeah, I feel that way. And I hope everyone gave themselves enough time to make their own presents. I know I didn't, so some people are getting late Christmas presents, and sometimes that's okay. If you are a homemaker of projects, people understand that things take time and it's made with love, so they will understand. But for the future, try to leave yourself a little more, maybe a month or two before Christmas. Start your Christmas projects, or even 12 months before. Like as soon as Christmas is done, you need to start on Christmas projects. That's like how it needs to be. If you're big projects for people, like blankets and clothing and such. So things do take time. And if you're a beginner like me, things take double time because you're still learning, you're still watching YouTube videos and trying to do your best, making mistakes along the way. But it's all part of learning. And fun. I mean, does anyone else enjoy this as much as I do? I literally do this from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed. I just need to do it. And I count every single stitch, no matter what project I'm doing. And I've gotten to the point where I can count, talk, knit, crochet, watch TV. I've been able to do it all. I stand up while I knit. I sit down while I knit because I have some health issues and I can't just sit down or stand up for long periods of time. So I'm constantly sitting and standing, and I can do both crochet and knit standing or sitting. So that is a bonus. But I have to give my hands breaks and times like that. So sometimes that's why you don't get a video out from me for a couple weeks. I'm resting up my hands, which usually when I do that, I try to do like some epoxy art or some painting, fluid art painting. But I've just been kind of taking my time and working on Christmas presents, and I can't really showcase that on YouTube because my family watches my YouTube channel, and I don't want them to see their gifts before Christmas. So that's why I've been a little absent from YouTube. So those of you who've stuck around and are still by my side, I appreciate that. Thank you. And after the holidays, I'll probably be doing another giveaway, so stay tuned for that. I'm not going to do a big announcement because I don't like the people it attracts, but I like helping people out, so I don't want to not do a giveaway. But just please have a kind heart and good open mindset coming into a giveaway. Don't be greedy and selfish and ungrateful, because that's just icky behavior. I don't know another word for that. It's just untolerated. So I appreciate my supporters, and for those of you who know that a giveaway is in good faith, and I don't want a bad apple to ruin that for everybody. So that's my opinion on my giveaways, or any giveaway, not just mine, because I don't do that many, but I know people that do, and it can attract some odd ones. So keep that in mind. Play nice. It's already a hard world out here for everyone. We don't need everyone being harder on everyone else. Oh, and at the end here, you're going to have 3 left over. And you're just going to purl all 3 of those to continue the pattern. So if you're learning this, hopefully you watched the whole video, because I didn't mention that at the beginning, and I apologize for that. But I did forget. I do have memory issues, so I try my best. So thank you for being patient. I try to do puzzles to make my memory better, but we all can't be perfect. So Christmas is coming, and I'm super excited. I'm going to be celebrating it with my family this year. Not the actual Christmas day, but we're going to go down and see them. We live quite a few hours away from each other, and it'll be nice to celebrate a holiday with them. I haven't seen them for a holiday in many years, so it'll be nice to spend the holidays with family. Usually we spend it with my husband's side of the family, because we live closer to my husband's side of the family, so it just makes sense. So I'm really excited about that. I get to see my mom and dad, and my sister, and my nephews, and my daughter. So I hope everyone's having a great holiday. I hope they had a great Thanksgiving, and can't believe Christmas is here already. This year went by so fast. And for the new year, my resolution is to try to quit smoking. So that's my goal, is to knit and crochet more and smoke less. And I'm learning a new technique of graph gans. So I've been practicing color work and tying yarn to make it not, like, I meant to make it invisible joining, and learning how to carry my yarn through to switch colors for color work to do a graph gan, and it's working out nicely. So I hope everyone takes this new year to learn something new and challenge themselves a little bit to learn a new skill, because we all can improve ourselves a little bit, right? That's the goal anyways. So when I first started knitting hats, it took me 4 days to make one hat. and I've become a faster knitter. And I do know how to knit on needles, but not as fast, and it's a little more challenging to use the needles. I do find the loom knitting is a lot easier than using the 2 needles. So if you've tried knitting with the needles and you just don't like it or it's challenging, maybe try getting a loom. It's a little less complicated, and there's so many stitches you can do with the loom. It's incredible. Sorry about that. I had to take a drink. So, that's my advice. Get a loom. They come in all shapes and sizes, and they are just fun. Okay, so back to this. You're going to want to, once you do like the first row, take that off. And just scoop it through like so. Sorry, I didn't say that at the beginning of the video. I chatted a lot, so hopefully you found me entertaining enough to watch this whole video through so you can learn how to make the ribbed hat. If I confused anyone, I apologize. I do my best with these videos. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I will come back when my hat's done and show you how to do the top of the hat. Thank you for watching. Bye. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.